All right, thank you guys. Welcome to our college basketball video here today for Saturday, March 27th. I'm talking about the Sweet 16. My name is Brock Page and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. Now I'm recording this on Friday. It's Friday afternoon right now, and we are coming off a perfect 5-0 day on Thursday in our 5 premium sports picks on my Patreon website. That's going to improve our record to 4-1 in our last 5 board member tier package picks. It's also going to put us at 6-0 in our last 6 extra daily picks on that Patreon website as well. And if you want to join the 1,400 members who are currently signed up and active on that page, link for that site is in the description section below. That's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and start with Oregon State taking on Loyola Chicago, 2:40 p.m. Eastern tip-off at the Bankers Life Fieldhouse. The Loyola Chicago Ramblers are -6.5 with the total at 125. If you like the Beavers of Oregon State in an upset here, they're plus 230 on the money line. Oregon State's won 8 out of their last 9 ball games, 12-1 against the spread in their last 13. Now, the Beavers are in the top 20 in defending the 3-ball away from home, and they allow just 66 points per contest away from their home court as well. Ethan Thompson is scoring over 15.5 points per contest for the Beavers, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for the 6'5 senior. Meanwhile, Jared Lucas is scoring 13 points a game himself, along with a couple of rebounds. Now, Lucas is drilling 90% of his free throws, and he makes nearly 40% of his three-pointers as well. Oregon State's a perfect 5-0 against the number in their 5 neutral site contests, 21-9 against the number overall for the entire season. They're taking on a Loyola team who failed to cover in 4 out of their last 8, throwing out the Illinois contest. The Ramblers also failed to cover against the likes of Southern Illinois, Valparaiso, and Drake during that stretch. And as good as they are rebounding defensively, the Ramblers actually really struggle to get boards on the offensive end of the court. Now, total-wise, 2 out of Loyola's last 3 got over the number, 4 and 2 to the over in their neutral site contest. Meanwhile, Oregon State saw 7 out of their last 8 get over the total themselves, 18 and 12 to the over for the entire season. I'm going to lean toward the Oregon State Beavers plus 6.5 and the over 125. Next matchup, it is going to be Villanova versus Baylor, 5:15 Eastern start time. The Baylor Bears are -7.5. Total is 142. Now, Baylor's first in the country in shooting the 3-ball. 84 points a game they're averaging for the entire season. Jared Butler scoring nearly 17 points a night for the Bears. 3 rebounds, 4 assists for the junior guard. Butler's also drilling 42% of his three-pointers, and he's recorded 55 total steals. Maceo Teague's also scoring 16 points a game, along with 4 rebounds. Teague is drilling 40% of his 3 balls. Baylor, as a team, is making 42% of their three-pointers collectively. They're also holding their opponents to just 65 points per contest. Now, they're taking on a Nova squad who they did get past the likes of Winthrop and North Texas thus far in the tourney. Talk about a stroke of good fortune. But with Colin Gillespie out and, a team who kind of struggles to get rebounds offensively, this doesn't look like an incredibly appetizing spot for Nova backers. Now, the Cats are also shooting just 31% from downtown away from their home court. Now, total-wise, 2 out of Nova's last 3 ball games did get over the number, 4 and 3 to the over at neutral sites. Meanwhile, Baylor saw 6 out of their last 7 get over the total themselves, 80% to the over in their last 10. I'm going to lean toward the Baylor Bears -7.5 and the over 142. Next ball game, Oral Roberts versus Arkansas, 7:25 Eastern Standard Time. The Arkansas Razorbacks are the 11-point favorite. Total's 158 and a hook. But I think the Razorback defense is really going to be the Achilles heel here for Arkansas backers. They allow nearly 71 points per contest overall for the season. They've also struggled all year to get boards defensively. They're taking on an Oral Roberts team who leads the NCAA in free throw shooting, and they rank in the top 15 in shooting the three ball. The Golden Eagles are making nearly 40% of their three-pointers, and they're scoring 82 points per contest. Max Abmas is scoring 24.5 points per contest, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for the sophomore guard. Abmas is making 90% of his free throws, and he's drilling nearly 44% of his three-pointers. Meanwhile, Kevin Obener's scoring 19 points per contest himself, along with 9 rebounds. The 6'8 junior makes a staggering 47% of his three-pointers as well. ORU's in the top 15 in the nation in scoring away from home. Now, total-wise, Oral Roberts saw 3 out of their last 4 get over the total, 70% to the over in their last 10. The Golden Eagles are officially 13-4 to the over in their contests away from their home court as well. I'm going to lean toward the Oral Roberts Golden Eagles plus 11 and the over 158.5. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Syracuse versus Houston, 9:55 Eastern tip-off. The Houston Cougars are minus 6.5. Totals 140 juice to the over. And if you like the orange of Syracuse in a big upset at the Hinkle Fieldhouse, they're plus 220 for some money line cash. Now, Syracuse has won 3 out of 4 neutral site ball games. Their only loss was a 3-point heartbreaker to a very good Virginia squad. They're a perfect 4-0 against the spread in those 4 neutral site contests, however. Buddy Boeheim is scoring 18 points a game, 2.5 boards, and a couple assists for the coach's son. Meanwhile, Quincy Guerrier is scoring almost 14 a game himself, along with 8.5 rebounds. Syracuse has successfully covered the point spread in their last 6 straight. They're averaging 76 points per contest for the entire season. They're taking on a Houston team who failed to cover in 3 out of their last 6. Failures to cover against the likes of Rutgers and Memphis twice. Their third leading scorer, Dejan Giroux, he's also listed as questionable for Saturday's matchup. And when it comes to the total in this one, the Tigers, the Cougars saw 3 out of their last 6 stay under the line. Meanwhile, the orange on the other side of things saw 3 out of their last 5 stay under the total themselves, throwing out the San Diego State contest. I'm going to lean toward the Syracuse orange plus 6.5 and the under 140. And with that, guys, we're going to dive into our quick pick recap, powered to you by our Patreon website. Give me Oregon State plus 6.5 over 125. Baylor minus 7.5 over 142. Oral Roberts plus 11 over 158.5. Before I give you my next and final free pick for the video, one final reminder that we are 4-1 in our last 5 board member tier package picks on my Patreon website. We're also 6-0 in our last 6 extra daily pick tier package plays on that Patreon page as well. I'm going to lean toward the Syracuse orange plus 6.5 and the under 140. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you guys decide to get a package here today, just keep in mind we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. Also, just a heads up, if you do get a package here today, you're going to get all that content you paid for today through the end of March. And if you stay enrolled, then you're going to get auto-billed on April 1st. So what a lot of folks do is they typically wait until the first of the month or early in the month to buy their packages. So just a tip, a lot of folks do that. You may want to hold off until April 1st to make a purchase. But you're still getting almost a week of content. It may be costly if you don't sign up because we are on an absolute heater right now. But regardless, guys, I'm just trying to, get you your max value for your money, as inexpensive as it is. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. Got to thank you guys for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. And probably when you're watching this, happy Saturday to you. Best of luck to you. And don't forget to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.